Welcome back to another episode of JA Talks. My name is Jessam, and this is where we talk about the news that was. Now, our top stories for today: Kabaka Pyramid wins his first Grammy. Viola Davis finally gets EGOT status, and Beyonce has a record of winning the most Grammys. Stay tuned, guys, for more news in details. Let's go. We begin with the news regarding Kabaka Pyramid. So therefore, Kabaka Pyramid has won the Grammy for his sophomore project, The Calling. Now, The Calling was one of 5 albums nominated for the Best Reggae category at the 65th Annual Grammy Awards at the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. The other 4 albums nominated were Coffee's Gifted, Prodigy's Third Time's a Charm, Sean Paul's Scorcher, and Shaggy's Come Fly With Me. Now, wow, that's just wonderful. I'm extremely happy for whenever a first timer wins their Grammy for the first time. I recall when Coffee won her Grammy for the first time. There's such a feeling whenever you win a Grammy for the first time, and so definitely we want to send our congratulations to Kabaka Pyramid. Well deserved, and I am appreciating of the fact that with the Grammys they're no, because I think a lot of us as Jamaicans would get very annoyed with the Grammys, where every year they would nominate one of Bob Marley's children, and every year it would be either one of Bob Marley's children who would win the best reggae category. It would be extremely annoying, and it's not that send me a bad mind any of Bob Marley's children or any of the Marleys. However, I think what happened, especially with the USA, Jamaica has been categorized where the only music Jamaica listens to is reggae music, and we are still listening to Bob Marley. So therefore, the fact that we're now venturing out, and so we're seeing persons like Kabaka Pyramid, who is a young reggae artist, and he is being recognized. I think last year Spice was nominated, and so we're seeing here where the diversion, we're no longer seeing strictly the Marleys, but we're seeing other persons who have been active in reggae music. It speaks a lot, and it speaks to the growth of reggae and the growth of persons' minds and the conception of what people have when it comes on to reggae. So most definitely, I'm extremely happy that Kabaka Pyramid would have won his first album, which is called The Calling, and I'm happy that we have now ventured off away from the whole ideology of just the Marleys. When we think about reggae, we think about Bob Marley. Yes, let us not take away from what Bob Marley has done, and he has done a lot, but reggae music is so much more than just Bob Marley, and so we're just happy that Kabaka Pyramid would have won his category. But yeah, we're just gonna send out our congratulations. We're extremely happy, and so he would have, of course, represented the country of Jamaica. I think what we need to know, and I think a lot of persons we have been lobbying for, is for us to also have a separate category, a dancehall category, because I think what happened again, and this is with the Grammys and the recording industry. Jamaica doesn't just do reggae music, we do dancehall as well. And I think a lot of persons, again, foreigners, particularly the US, when they think of Jamaican music, all they think of is reggae. And again, not taking it from reggae, but last year when Spice was nominated for Best Reggae Album, and I'm like, a one-song Spice sing, and it was not part of the 10 in the 10 album that was nominated. So when a dancehall artist gets nominated, we want them to be in the dancehall category, because there is a category for dancehall, and not for them to be underneath the reggae categories. Because I don't think Sean Paul did a reggae album. I think he did a dancehall album. So therefore, he's supposed to be under the rightful category of dancehall, right? But anyways, it is what it is for now. Let's continue to lobby, and so in the future we can have a best dancehall artist category and not just reggae. But yeah, congratulations to Kabaka Pyramid, and so we are just extremely happy for what he has done, for his achievement, and so of course we look forward to many more works. I think this is going to add gas to the, or add fuel to the fire that has already been burning, and so for him to produce a lot more music, produce a lot more content, and to, you know, continue to entertain and his fans, you know, and to just grow. I think that's what we're all about, growth, especially in dancehall and reggae music. So congratulations to Kabaka Pyramid. And on to our next story. Alright, so guys, I have Viola Davis here, and she's winning her first Grammy award, and now this officially makes her an EGOT. She has earned the EGOT status. And so for those of us who don't know what that means, EGOT is basically means Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. Wonderful. And so I'm just, you know, extremely elated when you see someone like Viola Davis and the struggles that she would have been through and she would have experienced. You know, when you, I think for her, it resonates with all of us as black people, and not just black people, but also as dark-skinned black people, because a lot of the times, especially in the US, especially in Hollywood, when we speak about black people, we are thinking about the lighter skin complexion black people. And I don't want to really bring in too much of a colorism in it, but there needs to be more representation. And when you see someone like a Viola Davis winning the EGOT status, you know, it sets a precedence that all of us, regardless of who you are, you have the capability and the ability to be successful and to reach your goals and to reach your fullest potential. And so I think that's my biggest takeaway from this. I think for all of us as young people, as a person of colored, you know, I think we're able to look at this and say, wow, this can be me. And so yes, so as we know, she would have won the EGOT status. See, there are only 18 persons who have attained the EGOT status, and of the 18, 3 of them are black women, and so they are Jennifer Hudson, we have Whoopi Goldberg, and the newly added addition is Viola Davis. And so definitely we just want to send our congratulations to Viola Davis. She would have worked hard. She has been doing this for years upon years upon years upon years, and so definitely it just again let us know that yes, regardless of who you are, you can make it. And so she would have opened the doors for many more persons, many more women of color, because as you know, in Hollywood, it's hard for black people because they tend to get paid a lot way less than their white counterparts. And then on top of that, if being a woman, so therefore you're black, you're part of a marginalization group, and then you're a woman, so now you're part of 2 marginalizational groups, and so it's kind of hard to really fight to get out there. And so again, you know, when you see something like this, you just want to, it sets a precedence for you, you know, it solidifies the fact that, hey, I can do this. And so I have another video for her when she spoke about, this is prior to her winning the Grammy award, and she was speaking about all of what she would have attained, and you know, the fact that she's not getting paid anywhere near her counterparts. So take a look at this video, guys. I'm going to come back with my commentary.
I got the Oscar, I got the Emmy, I got the 2 Tonys. I've done Broadway, I've done off-Broadway, I've done TV, I've done film, I've done all of it. I have a career that's probably comparable to Meryl Streep, Julianne Moore, Sigourney Weaver. They all came out of Yale. They came out of Juilliard. They came out of NYU. They had the same path as me. And yet, I am nowhere near them. Not as far as money, not as far as job opportunities, nowhere close to it. But I have to get on that phone and people say, you're a black Meryl Streep. There is no one like you. Okay, then if there's no one like me, you think I'm that, you pay me what I'm worth. You give me what I'm worth.
Exactly. So therefore, all of what she would have attained, all of what she would have gone through the same channels as her white counterparts, but yet she has not been paid as much as her white counterparts. And so, you know, again, this is going to open a lot more doors for her and set a lot of persons, women of color, to be recognized to be recognized, right? And for persons to and I think what should happen, we need to have more black producers, more black companies. So therefore, like what Tyler Perry has done or what he is doing currently, also we need to have more black people, because what's happening is that if it is that you leave it up to I guess the racist, not all, and let me make it clear, we're not talking about all white persons, but you know, some or a lot of them who are the racist white men or racist white people on the whole, if it is that we leave it up to them, we're begging for crumbs, we have a long way to go. But when it is that we can be our own boss and have our own industry as well, and that's the thing I love about Georgia, the fact that Georgia is, they don't wait, they create. And the fact that they're recognized as the Black Hollywood, and so they don't wait on any recognition. They create their own path. They create their own journey. And so I'm happy that yes, Viola Davis has now got the EGOT status, and now as a dark-skinned black woman, she is on top of her game, and now she is recognized as one of the greats, right? And so I think it is incumbent of all of us to really look into ourselves to see what we can do, how much we can pour out, what more we can do. A lot of the times we may come upon a situation where we feel as though we want to give up, we feel as though we just want to stop, we don't want to go any further. Let me just be ordinary, let me just settle because I've tried so much and everything is working against me. But let me tell you something. Whenever you come up on that period, that is the time for you to start working or to continue working, to continue to push forward. And it doesn't matter how old you are. Viola Davis is in her 50s, right? And a lot of persons would have achieved were in their older or in the latter parts of their life. And so for me, it speaks to me because I have personally experience depression and feeling like a failure and feeling like I'm behind in life. So therefore, this tells me that regardless of the age that you are at, you are to continue to push to be great. You are to continue to push to be the best version of yourself, because the best is yet to come. And so definitely, I am just elated. I'm just happy for Viola Davis because she would have solidified it for us, for all of us as colored people, as a person of color. She would have solidified it for us that you can achieve it. And so most definitely, we are extremely happy for Viola Davis. On to our next topic. We're going to talk about Beyonce. Alright, so again, we are here with Beyonce and the Beehive. Beyonce officially is the most awarded person, the person who has the most award at the Grammys. And alright, so yes, Grammy nominee, or she has won a lot of Grammys. She has been nominated more than that she would have won, and so she is now the most awarded person. However, the internet has gone ablaze because Beyonce she has never won Album of the Year, and so she didn't win it this time. And so the internet has gone ablaze. The Beehive is creating a ruckus. Her album Renaissance dropped, and let me tell you something. Every time Beyonce drops an album, the internet goes ablaze. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that every time Beyonce drops an album, the internet goes ablaze. Okay? And I just find it's quite surprising. And I mean, we're not trying to take away anything from Harry Styles, right? But it is, it's one of those moments which you're like, wow, the great. She has won the most Grammys of all time, surpassing Michael Jackson, but she has never won Album of the Year. Wow. I think there's a bit of an irony there. Yeah, it is. The Beehive. Oh my gosh. Are upset. The Beehive is crossed. they're angry and they're miserable. However, we just want to send our congratulations to Beyonce for, you know, inspiring a lot of persons, a lot of young people, about their dreams, about their aspirations and what they can achieve in life. And a lot of persons, I think for her to be, she's now 40 years old and she's still hip, she's still hop. The young people, normally when you reach 40, young people they don't really want to have anything to do with you because they're like, you're old. But for her to be a 40-year-old and the Gen Zs are still, you know, all about Beyonce. You know, everybody loves Beyonce. It's just, you know, I think she is the Michael Jackson of this era. You know, back then, back in the 90s, I think Michael Jackson would have had this response, you know, from people. Everybody loved Michael Jackson, and so now, Michael Jackson is no more. She is the Michael Jackson of the era. So yeah, congratulations to Beyonce and the Beehive. Even though she has not won Album of the Year, she has the most albums. So I guess basically that's all she has to do now. Maintain the record. I think set a very high record for, you know, make it kind of hard for anybody else to pass that record. And also as well, I guess the only thing else for her to attain now or to accomplish is Album of the Year. It's going to be well deserved, and when she wins it, I'm sure the internet is going to be ablaze again. The internet is going to be ablaze again. She would have won a total of 32 albums and 32 awards rather from the Grammys, and she's not stopping. You know, she's 40, she has a lot more to go, so I don't think she's gonna stop anytime soon. So like maybe if she retires in her 60s or at 60 from making new music, I mean, I'm just speaking hypothetically speaking, if she does that, you know, perhaps she'll be at 50 Grammys, you know, and then who else is going to be out there to top that, you know? So she's really one of the greats. Question, does Beyonce have her name on the Hall of Fame in Hollywood? I don't know, I'm just asking. Comment below if she has her name on the Hall of Fame, because I don't recall seeing it. Pardon my ignorance. If she has it, I'm going to research after this video. But yeah, congratulations to video, and yeah, that is it from me here at JA Talks. Thank you very much, guys, for joining for another episode of JA Talks. My name is Sam. It was my pleasure creating this video for you, and of course, you know, I leave you guys with my saying: your independence is the foundation of your liberation. Take care, guys.